Bonjour, comment ça va? Gotta fix my bun, you know. Looking good, looking good. We're gonna do a little weekly forecast to see what is poppin' in our week coming up. And we're just gonna feel the vibes, feeling some energy shifts this May in a good way, in more opportunities, lighter energy, all that goodness. Hello, hello. Inviting the peeps. What is coming up for this week? What is the energy feeling like, looking like? What are we going through? If anyone cares to share, please feel free to do so, knowing that wherever you are is perfectly okay. Maybe you just finished up the end of a long day, and that is okay too. Maybe you're just totally wiped out today. Maybe you're feeling lit up, energized, really good today, and just honoring that. So this is where we're at, getting situated. I also pulled some ruins because I'm getting more into reading ruins, which is cool. Definitely just at the beginning of all of that. Not an expert by any means yet. Hi, Ange. What's shaking? What is poppin'? I just basically am kind of disorganized. So it's fine. Like, I just have I never considered myself creative growing up, like ever, because I think that I associated it with like drawing, art, you know, things like that. And now I'm really realizing how truly creative I am. But it kind of like, I'm type A in some ways, and then I'm creative in a lot of ways. So sometimes the energy flow is just kind of like all over the place. Hi, Lisa. Pulling some cards for the week. Even though it's Tuesday already, but it's fine. We're a little late. Okay. So first, I feel like I just want to pull one card from each of these decks to kind of give us an overall vibe. I will tell you the runes that I pulled out were really fabulous. They are about wealth, prosperity, birthing new creations, and just overall happiness, and connecting to spirit. So that is wonderful. So full of possibilities and opportunities right now. And I'm definitely feeling this Taurus strong energy. Thanks, Lisa. I honestly, the only thing I did was just put on lipstick and a shirt. So, you know, just quarantine life over here. And then of course, behind me, you can see my messy room, but look at who we have. Loving our card pull energy. What's that? Oh yeah, it's windy here. That's what she hears. So that's happening. So let's get one card for the collective. What is our card for the week from the Starseed Oracle deck? I also am definitely feeling like Opportunities are coming, and they're here. They're happening right now. But we also really need to be caring for ourselves. Exactly. Yeah, most days I do not put on makeup or do anything. And I've also decided I'm only wearing comfortable clothes from now on, because that's just, even after this is all over, like, this is just what's happening and I don't care. Hi, Dan Schlein. That's okay. Okay. So what's happening, people? Baby steps and a whale and orca elders card came up. So that is happening for that, and we'll read a little more about that. Let's pull. Okay, wait. Too many decks happening right now. And let's pull one for the light deck. Cool. Really cool cards are coming out. Okay. Of course my dad would call me right now. That always happens to me where I go on lives and my family's just like, hey, I want to talk to you. Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you, which is like, look how cool that card is. So I want to just read a little more about the 3 cards that we pulled, and then I'm going to be doing a daily card to go into next week. Share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. Hi, Danielle. So the whale and orca elders are benevolent cosmic beings here to anchor a frequency of love onto the planet. As they weave around the oceans, they do so much more than any of us know. Their physical presence affects Earth's magnetic field, and their harmonics call us to wake up and remember our own soul's song. So if you pull this card, you're being called to surrender to your deepest truth and share it with potency, to bow to who you truly are, to stretch your heart wide enough to hold it all, to leave your fears, doubts, and baggage at the door, to question any part of you that doesn't feel good enough. So how are you being called to share your truth, to create, to help others? And I think we all have that calling, whether we show up on lives, whether we do that with the people that we love just in our day-to-day life, whether we feel that calling within us to create something or to have our own business, whatever that calling is within us, how can we share that with the world? That really goes along with the rune that I pulled, which was like creative beginnings, creativity, harnessing that. And it actually goes along with the other 2 runes as well, about wealth and creating wealth in our lives. And wealth doesn't have to mean money. It actually means well and healthy put together. And also spirituality, how we're connecting to that. That's the last rune I pulled out. It's being spiritual and being connected and being happy. Baby steps came up, which is huge because if you're anything like me, I want to do everything at once and I have some trouble breaking it down. I do that really well for other people, but when it comes to my own stuff, I feel like everything has to happen at once. So it's not about not taking steps. It's about chunking it down into more manageable steps so we don't overdo it, we don't become paralyzed, we don't become overwhelmed. So you're being called to take grounded action in response to your soul's calling, to start where you are and begin building in a consistent way. Hi, Taylor. So many people stop themselves from living a soul-led life because they're waiting to know the destination before taking the first step. But intuition doesn't work that way. Our soul is always calling us every moment of the day. So once again, what is your soul calling you to do? What is within you that you've always had an inkling of, wow, that would be really cool, or I'm very passionate about this, but I'm not quite sure where to start? The way to find yourself living in harmony with the cosmos is to listen to your soul's cells and whispers each and every day, and to take grounded action in the direction of those calls and whispers. And you're being encouraged to start small, bite-sized. You don't have to do everything at once, but what is continuously moving you in that path, in that direction? I love it. And then Keepers of the Earth came from the Light deck. And I might not have the book out right now. All my stuff is everywhere, so it's totally fine, guys. It's okay. From what I remember from this card, it's very much so about, oh, I love that. There's an owl on here. Okay. It's very much about connecting to the earth and protecting the earth and the planet, and also knowing that we are being surrounded constantly by our guides, by our ancestors. We are protected. So when we're feeling like, how can I take the steps towards my calling? How can I start my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing? What if I'm not successful at this? What if I'm judged, right? That inner critic gets lit up. Knowing that our ancestors, our guides, our angels are always surrounding us, protecting us, and loving us every step of the way. And this card is really also about getting out in nature. So you're being called to cultivate. Hi, Debbie. You're being called to cultivate your soul's purpose, to step out and share your energy. This is the message I've been getting consistently for myself over the past few months too. Like, continue to take the steps, as difficult as they are. Even if you don't have a lot of time in the day, take the baby steps towards what you're growing, towards where you're being called. Just take small incremental steps and get out in nature too. Like, don't burn yourself to the ground, even if it's 2 minutes to just sit outside and take some deep breaths. That is beautiful. And I just love this card too. Cool. So those are our 3 cards for the energy. I love it. Now we're going to pull daily cards. Oh, and I just found the book that I was looking for, but clearly I wasn't supposed to look at the book. I was supposed to give my own rendition of that. Okay, so let's start with today. What card do we need today? Okay. What card for, whoopsies. What card for tomorrow, Wednesday, the 13th? What card for Thursday? What card for Friday? What card for Saturday? What card for Sunday? And we're gonna go into Monday. Yay! Okay, so card for today, Tuesday the 12th, is peace. Hi, Kayla. Archangel Azrael, release the past. There is a more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. So once again, as we're being pulled towards our soul purpose, as we're showing up in different ways, as we're seeking to take care of ourselves and our family members, oftentimes our control piece comes up, trying to micromanage the universe. And this is an opportunity to release the past, release the plan to some extent, release somehow a little bit of the end goal, having a broader big picture, but breaking down into baby steps to lead you there, not being as control focused, having that surrender and trust and knowing you're protected and guided. So then tomorrow, 2 of Michael, it will all be better if you just make a decision. Overanalyzing a problem, finding compromise. So if you are feeling stuck, trying to anticipate an outcome, trying to decide something, this will be alleviated if you just make a decision and start working towards it. Even if it's the baby steps, that's perfect. You don't have to do everything at once, but if you're kind of stuck in the middle, you're not sure where to go, take the opportunity to take that baby step. Thursday, 6 of Gabrielle. Congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project, awards, scholarships, or promotions. So this is a success card. Maybe something manifests that you've been waiting for. Maybe something comes up that reminds you of something that, you know, our mind is always trying to problem solve and looking for things that aren't quite right. And this is a card to be like, wow, no, let's actually look at what I've done in my life, what I've accomplished, what can I appreciate? What can I honor myself for? So that is a really beautiful card for Thursday. Friday. Seek out other possibilities, look for the magic in life, be aware of your own emotions. So I feel like this card comes up when we need to shift our energy a little bit. Like I said, oftentimes our brains love to focus on the problems, love to be problem solvers, right? Love to try to figure things out. And when our energy is down, we always have an opportunity to shift it by looking at something we can be grateful for, by being a little silly, by watching a funny movie, by calling a friend. I feel like there's so many opportunities, but oftentimes we get dragged down, especially in the situation that we are currently in. That doesn't mean that we're not meant to feel human emotions. It just means if you're feeling down for another day in a row, you have the power to shift your energy. So if on Friday you're feeling a little lower, you have the opportunity to change that. You have the opportunity to connect the magic every single day in your life. So we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. King of Gabrielle. Keep your eyes on the big picture. Leave the details to others. Experience that leads to success. Genuine concern for others. So once again, you are a dreamer, you are a visionary, you are thinking of something bigger, and I think you care a lot about people, as we all do. And sometimes that just means that we like to give advice. I'm a problem solver, so if someone comes to me with a problem they're having, I want to help them through that, right? And so this card is coming up knowing that it's okay to be there for people. It's a huge part of you, but you don't have to worry about every little detail. You can genuinely be there for others in ways that surrenders and allows them to make their own choices. Generous, inspirational, dramatic, and driven. So maybe someone on Saturday is going to reach out to you or vice versa. Keeping that in mind where you can still be there for them, but you don't have to figure out every little thing. We got this card last week too, 10 of Michael. A situation has ended and you are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will follow. Once again, putting the past behind you. So how are you allowing the past to dictate your actions right now? Is there anything you need to release? Because the card came up on Tuesday about putting the past behind us. So how can you move forward? Just a beautiful card of surrender, release. There is so much to be grateful for. This is Monday, next Monday. Financial success and the promise of retirement, a rich and rewarding family life. So a very happy card for Monday, feeling secure, connecting with your family, perhaps pertaining to financial matters. I also just want to add in, if you are worried about finances, any stability things, any material things, you can always reach out to Archangel Ariel in just a really quick line like, please take care of this for me. Please guide me. Please tell me what to do. That's perfect. That's beautiful. You don't have to do anything more. But she is definitely there to sort through things like that. But really good financial news on Monday. Something might manifest, or just feeling really connected to your family. So that's our week. And I want to pull one card just for anyone that has a business. So we'll see what's going on with that for this week. But a lot about releasing the past, a lot about making decisions that are good for you, a lot about knowing that situations have ended, so not dwelling on the past. Bye, Lisa. Thanks for joining. And then the ruins were just awesome, connecting to your truth, to wealth, and to spirituality. Leap of faith. Feed your fear or your faith. So this is a perfect card to go along with all of this, because I feel like, especially with releasing the past, I do this too. We really look to the past to try to decide what we should do now, right? Like we look to it to dictate our decisions, to try to learn from it. And that's natural. But sometimes we let our fear of what has happened in the past dictate what decisions we make now. So the cards this week are urging you to not stay focused on what's happened, but instead fuel what you want to fuel. What are you feeding into? Are you feeding into doubt, fear, resistance? How long is this going to last? What's going to happen? I need to control things, etc. Or are you going to feed faith, hope, creativity, maybe starting a new endeavor this week, even just drinking more water, something as simple as that, taking deep breaths? What are you choosing to fuel this week? You have the sovereignty. You have the power over this decision. So how would you like to move forward, not only into this week, but into the rest of your life? So that is the forecast for this week, my friends. And if you need anything else, please let me know. I do one-on-one readings. I have this new group for really releasing energetic negativity, heaviness, protection for empaths and folks that take on energy really easily. So if you're interested in that, I'll put the link below. And I'm just happy to help in any way, but I hope this gives you some insight, and I hope you were able to take something from the collective card reading. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Thank you everyone who hopped on. It's funny because I actually meant to start this reading in my Rock Your Fear group, which is for women who are overcoming their fear but not pushing it down, more so like accepting it and shouting it and owning it. And I accidentally posted this to my personal public page, but apparently it was meant to be here, which is totally fine. So talk to you guys soon. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye-bye.